But what I want to talk about is, something deeper than that. And, this was something that I was actually talking about on the stream on the day of the Super Bowl. And that was Pat Mahomes' legacy and how this impacts that. Like there was a lot of talk about if Pat Mahomes win this game, then, he's on his way to becoming the next GOAT. And a lot of people are going to say that anyway. But I think this, especially this loss, and it's not just about, losing one time in the Super Bowl, right? Tom Brady's lost like 2 times. It happens. It happens when you're there, like a few times, 3 times, whatever, right? But what this loss means is that for the rest of history, no matter how many Super Bowls Pat Mahomes wins, Pat Mahomes could go and win 8 Super Bowls throughout his career. The one loss is to the one person who he's going to be battling for that GOAT debate in. Like anytime you're going to bring up who's the GOAT in that Pat Mahomes Tom Brady conversation, right? It's always like the Tom Brady people are always going to have this up their sleeve. They're always going to say, well, that Super Bowl, one of those guys showed up. One of those guys won the MVP. One of those guys scored a touchdown. The other one just wasn't there. And, it's I know a lot of people would say, oh, well, that's just a superficial argument. But it has a lot of merit because this is what we want. Like, we don't have to imagine what happens, in this scenario with when LeBron James goes up against Michael Jordan. Because we've seen it in football. We've seen Pat Mahomes go up against Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. We've seen it in 3 games throughout their career. And Tom Brady has won 2. And we can complain about flags. You can complain about whatever. The Chiefs didn't deserve to win this game. And that's what it comes down to. They got flagged, I think, 10 times or 11 times in this game for 120 yards. It doesn't matter. They did not show up. If they had scored maybe like 25 points, all right, then you might have a little bit of a conversation. Okay, yeah, maybe the flags impacted the game, but they were never in the game to begin with, so it didn't matter. So anyone who wants to complain about flags, you don't matter. Anyone who wants to complain about, oh well, Pat Mahomes' offensive line was well, then they should have ran the ball. Why were they throwing the ball every single play? Why did Pat Mahomes throw the ball 50 times when he was only down by 14 to begin the game? Like these are easy things that I'm pointing out. I'm no football aficionado. I just watched the goddamn game. I'm just pointing out things that I noticed.
It's true. You're no football aficionado.
And look, we can say, and again, we can come up here and say that, well, you make excuses all you want. It doesn't matter. He lost, and he lost in a very damning way. And I'm one of Pat Mahomes' biggest fans. I think Pat Mahomes, I've said it, and I will say it till I'm blue in the face. He's the most skilled quarterback to ever play the position, in my opinion. And he will continue to be that if he continues to be exactly what he is. But still, that doesn't excuse what happened in the Super Bowl. And that debate with Pat Mahomes and Tom Brady, that debate, it's always going to be it's always going to be true that Tom Brady, when the moment counted, beat Pat Mahomes. And that's what this game was about. And that's going to be the legacy of this game. When they're making a 30 for 30, when they're making the NFL films, when they're making the what's it called, the NFL timeline or whatever, this is what they're going to be talking about these two.
Yeah, I agree with you on almost everything you said. I just think that
shocker.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, shocker.
Oh yeah, I agree with you on almost everything you said. I just think that it's the GOAT argument that you're saying. It very much mirrors it has to be perfect. The Jordan LeBron thing, that Jordan is better because he got there 6 times and won 6 times. And even though LeBron has been there 10 times, it doesn't matter.
That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking. That's not what I was talking about, though. I said, but Johnny, I understand that, and I said that in my argument. But we never saw Jordan and LeBron go head to head in the finals. We never had that one-on-one matchup.
It's a team sport, It's Mahomes shows up with a concussion and a toe injury.
Who won the MVP?
Right? And
Who won the MVP?
His numbers, but he did fine. He threw for 500 yards or nothing. It was a good game. He played a solid
21 of 29, 200 yards, 3 touchdowns. He did what he needed to do to win. Pat Mahomes didn't.
This has nothing to do with Tom Brady. This has nothing to do with Tom Brady. This is not me saying anything about him. What I'm saying is that if we're having the GOAT debate, let's say in 20 something years from now, right? When Mahomes is probably a handful of years retired, and we can appreciate his greatness, whatever that looks like. If this man wins 8 Super Bowls, like that, I don't know what to tell it. Look, I don't think he's gonna win 8 Super Bowls. I don't think anyone's ever gonna win 7 Super Bowls again. Like I think the only person in the history of football to ever do that will be Tom Brady. So
Yeah.
I think it's kind of a moot point. I think it's kind of irrelevant to say, oh well, can Mahomes ever be the GOAT? It's like, can Mahomes win more Super Bowls than all other franchises in the NFL? We'll see.
We'll
Like I'm
see.
not going to tell you that that's possible
Right,
because I
right.
didn't think it was possible until I watched Tom Brady do it. But
Hmm.
if he does it, then I'm not going to hold him losing this game against him. Like it's not going to fact. It's going to be a part of it. It can be a point that we raise and dismiss, to use a law school term, not to get all snobby on y'all. But to raise and dismiss, sure. But like I'm not. If this man goes out and wins 7, 8, 9 Super Bowls, like it's not going to matter that he lost to Tom Brady in Super Bowl 2, because let's not forget who Tom Brady lost to in those Super Bowls. Let's not forget that my boy Eli Manning has
Right.
two of Tom Brady's Super Bowl MVPs,
But
not one, two
but but
Super
but
Bowl
but
MVPs.
but
So we're
Johnny,
talking about the quality of
Eli
players he
Manning's
loses
not in
to.
that goat. Eli Manning's not in the goat conversation though. So like that doesn't matter. Thanks for watching this video from Real Take Sports Talk. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Also remember to check out our live show every single Thursday at 8 p.m. right here on the YouTube channel. And remember, keep it real.